Now, why should we talk about film criticism? You may ask, and this won't be a buttery kind of criticism or rather promotion, a PR exercise where we are just doing integrated marketing, communication, or publicity exercises for a film. We won't be doing that. Um, Sometimes it may not be based on a particular film, it can be based on a genre, or it can be based on the situation, or it can be based on a group of films. Maybe they are trying to build a narrative together. It can be anything regarding film. And we will take few examples and we will talk about those examples. But again, if I come to relationships, some people don't believe there is an inherent uh, belief that good relationships are not possible, which in a way is somewhat true in many instances because I mean, if you are lucky, then only you can get good relationships. Otherwise, uh, it's very hard to have great relationships in this profession. But I also don't believe in that because I think we can have great relationships in this profession, and we can discuss a lot about cinema, about life, about relationships, and we can nourish each other. We can get nourished from each other. The thing is that this inherent disbelief, some people think since they cannot do these relationships, this is bad, this is good, this is this, this is that. I mean, it is individual choice. Some relationship might not be good for me, it may be good for you. Something may be good for you, it cannot be good for me. The thing is, I know what is good for me, and somewhat I know what is good for cinema, what is good for the art scenario. And occasionally you will feel, if you really have gone through those experiences, if you really have achieved that, you can relate to me. Then we can have our differences, but we can discuss. We can have those great relationships. Otherwise, what will you have your relationship based on? What will be the basis of your relationship apart from persuasion and manipulation? We are not talking about that here. So, that inherent disregard or disbelief that good relationships are not possible, it can be in your personal life, it can be in your professional life. I'm talking about this film industry or media and entertainment. But there are ups and downs, definitely. But we enjoy that as a part of life. You know, we grow from that, we enjoy that, we become better actors, we have great life experiences. That's how we do things. Sometimes people are very calculated, they are very pre planned, they have everything figured out before they do anything. Sometimes they don't do that, they just go with the flow. They just enjoy the experience and the experience itself because they are true to that experience, they are enjoying that experience, and they want to have that experience in the first hand. So things happen automatically. There are different ways of doing things, making movies, but relationships, not just a word. Why I talk about relationships in filmmaking? Because it's about relationships, human relationships. We are writing those characters, we are writing those lines, we are writing those pauses or silence, and the tapestry of it, how the entire thing is being made, how the scene is getting constructed, how the performances are being given. So if you don't believe in those relationships in the true sense of the term, then how can you expect to give a great performance? How can you expect to analyze a film? How can you expect to criticize a film? So this won't be a publicity exercise. This won't be a PR exercise that somebody is paying me. I am saying this and that for one person. It can be positive PR. It can be negative PR. Whatever it is. We will talk about film criticism, the very art of film criticism, the very craft of film criticism, and a lot of film criticism based on the love, enthusiasm, because you love filmmaking, you love cinema, you love writing, you love people. So, our primary audience, as usual, will be people who are interested in films, the cinephiles, film enthusiasts, aspiring filmmakers. That group will be our primary audience. Now, in our secondary audience or in our tertiary audience, these people can be there where they can ask silly questions. If I go further, then type 2 has no place in my audience actually, because most of the things I will utter or say, they won't understand it. What they can do, what they are good at, is making meanings, making their own meanings, making their own stuff, making their own distorted definitions based on my sayings. Then we can arrange a session where we can sit together and we can have a discussion in front of public. We can do that, and I will very much encourage that. But they won't primary audience. My primary audience will always be people who are interested in cinema, enthusiastic, about cinema. So yeah, we will criticize films. You may not like it, but that is how it is. We will criticize films, because from this criticism, many things can happen. We can learn so much. You can learn, I can learn, we both can learn. But we will criticize.